Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean and this is our weekend video report for Sunday, March 27th, 2016. Hope you guys are enjoying the long weekend and happy Easter to everybody that celebrates that. So let's get started. So Friday we did see some selling pressure. The problem was the bears were not able to push it through the support zone, and from there we saw some buying step in, and the S&P pretty much closed even. But the main part that I'm really noticing from this drop is if you just look at the momentum indicator here, this was the strongest drop since we started this rally going back all the way to February 11th. So what it's telling me is we are making a topping process here. Whether this was it or not is I think we'll find out sooner rather than later. And the reason why I'm saying that is the last time that we had to push down, it held the support, and there's zones that the bears have to push through where if they would have gotten it through there, we probably would have seen a quick move down to the 2007, and if they broke that, it probably would have been a quick move down to the 1982. But they held this support, and the reason why I'm saying we got to kind of wait till tomorrow, because the last time we came down and held support, they ended up gapping it up. So there's a chance that they could do that. Or we could, this was just a late day short covering, and then we continue down. And again, we have to get through the support level. So if the bears break through here, then the next objective that they have to do is get it through to 2007. And if they do that, then we see a move down to the 1980 or even down to the 1958-64. So I think Monday we'll know pretty quickly what's going on. And even if they gap down, and again, the bears really need to push it through this 2007 to get momentum picking up. Now, the overall rising wedge, this was broke right here, but we've seen it broke before. And again, why I'm trying not to get, all that excited about things, I do believe that this is a topping process that is taking place. And, once it finally does roll over, which, we've learned in if history is our guide, that the bulls don't leave until there's no more food on the table. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet, and they will not leave until it's done. So the problem, or they get sick. So the problem is this, is that, they look like they're at that period where they're having a hard time eating or, say, pushing it higher. And it's, once you start losing people that are, continue to eat or buy, then we start to roll over, and that's what the topping process is. And typically, when we're making a top, it's a rounded top. The bottoms are V bottoms, like we see here. So I had mentioned that if I was going to try to compare this to another time period, I think it may be on a daily. Okay, yes. So it was this move right here where you can see we made it up to the time in the price part is the yellow boxes here, and they're I just really copied them and pasted them, and that's where we are right now. We pretty much made that exact high on the same exact date. So this is the move right here, and if you notice, we had right now we just had a just really one down day, and then we came close to the moving average and we found buyers. So this would really be to either, if you just kind of zoom in a little bit, I would say that we would be sorry, hang on one second. So it would be somewhere in this range right here, where either we just made this candle right here, but we're going to continue lower, or it's this one right here where we get a day up and then we continue down. So anyway, my point is this, is that we are, it does feel like we're in a topping process. Here we had bearish divergences in place. Here you can see we have bearish divergences in place, and this is on a daily chart. So these are the ones, I'd mentioned that we had bullish divergences when we were here, and I said some people could be surprised by the size of the move. I got surprised by the way they did it, but I'm not surprised by, this is the size of it because of the bullish divergences. Now we have the bearish divergences, and there's not a lot of people that are, really thinking that we are going to take these lows out, because they're, saying that the economy is much better now than it was, a month ago. And it's the only reason why that is being said is because the stock market's up here. If we come back down here again, they're going to be talking about the economy not being good. It's just, way that the media has been trained. It's been the way that the salespeople that are trying to get everyone into the market has been trained. And if the market's up, they're saying you got to get in because we're heading higher. If it's heading down, then they're saying that the economy is bad and you got to get out. So anyway, this is the pattern that I think is in the number one spot right now. Whether this is the top or not, I think we'll find out as soon as Monday, because if they open lower and take out this 2016 level, which is the moving average, then the quick move is coming down to the 2009, 2007 area. And then from there, we're probably coming all the way down to the 1941. But the fact that the moving averages are below, this was, heading lower as you're making the highs, you got to take this move just like this one with a kind of a grain of salt. And until they can take out these previous highs, we are still in a downtrending market, because we have not made any higher highs from the previous drops. So that's really my reasoning on why I believe that this move, once it dies out, we are going to be heading down in a probably very, very quick manner. But we're also going to get these, it's going to chop around where they're going to make everybody believe that we aren't heading down, and they're not really going to be short, or they're going to be holding long positions, and then we're going to get a quick move to the downside. So again, this is the pattern I'm following. I'm sticking to this until it proves it wrong. The way that it's going to prove it wrong is if they take out these previous highs. And if they do that, then, you know what? Yeah, we're probably heading to new all-time highs. But I don't really believe that is going to play out, not with the bearish divergences in place. So my thinking right now is either they're going to gap it up Monday like they did with this support, or they're going to take this out and head down, and then that's really going to probably solidify that this is the top. And we'll come down and probably have a bounce back up to test the highs before heading down again. But the important part for the bears, need to get it through this through the lows on Friday, which is the 2022. That will give us a reaction move down to the 2007, and if they take that out, then we're looking down to the 1980. But we have the bearish divergences. We're nowhere near oversold right now, and this is the strongest move from a technical point since this rally started. So taking a look at the 15-minute chart, what the bears need to do, they need to hold it below the 2039. That's only 4 points above that. If the bulls push it through it, then the next move is probably coming back up to the 2046. Above that, then we're either testing these highs or going to break them. So the bears need to hold this down. The bulls need to hold this. If they gap it up, then we're probably coming up to these levels or making another high. And that's really the way that the bulls have done it over God knows how long, where once they're in some type of jam and they're at resistance, they just gap it up so there's no chance of holding it down. And that's really about it right now. There's nothing that is that's changing. I believe that we are in a topping process. Once this move does exhaust itself and we do the selling picks up and support levels are broken, we're going to head down a lot faster than we went up. And it's just really a process that's being played out right now. So let's see what happens on Monday. I really wish I had more to give you, but the support levels held. We know just from history that if they're going to get it back up again, they're going to probably gap it up like they did here. And if that isn't the plan, then maybe the plan changed, and now we are heading down, and this is a top. So I think this week coming up is going to be pretty important for us. It's going to give us more information. And from there, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.